So guys, today I have this beautiful 2015 BMW i8. This car has only 36,000 miles and it's a hybrid sport car. It looks so nice. 10 years old, the car still worth around 65,000 with that mileage. You can buy it a little bit less, but I don't think you can find it less than like 45, maybe 1,000. So is it still worth to buy a 10 years old BMW luxury hybrid plug-in right now in 2024 instead of something else? I believe so, because this car discontinued, so it's been produced since 2015 all the way till 2019, 2020, and production stopped. I don't know why. Actually, I didn't do research on that. If you know why, let me know in the comments below. But I think it was too expensive for the factory to produce this kind of car, and they've been not getting enough equity from this one, and they just stopped producing it because they started doing something else. I believe BMW i3, they've been producing a little bit longer than this, and they shut it down also. So right now there's a new era of electric cars, but this one with 1.5 3-cylinder turbo engine, it drives amazing. 372 horsepower. This car is super fast, it's good on gas. On the top of that you have a plug-in hybrid. So basically you have a battery, you can drive it up to 15, sometimes maybe a little bit more battery range, but with AC on, right now in Los Angeles, it's not enough. So it's not holding 15 miles range for sure. I'm going about 10 miles on the battery and that's it. But let's go around, let's drive it and see how cool this car right now, 9 years later from the production date. So the shapes of this car looks great. The headlights just amazing, and especially at night when they light up, it looks something different. Even right now, it's 2015, so almost 10 years old car, but the car itself looks so good, like it's not aging at all. What's cool about the door, it has a huge hinges, and it's actually so nice how easy you can open and close this door just because of this. So the German technology and the way they made it, it just looks so simple, so easy, but it's actually not. So I believe they spend a lot of time and money figuring out how they're gonna close and open this door. Even though it's a carbon fiber, you still need a lot of engineering to make that thing happening. Yeah, beautiful car. Look at the inside. So we got carbon fiber doors and the whole frame carbon fiber. What about the space? Like I say, it's kind of not easy to jump inside the car and to get out, but on the back of this car that's only space for the kids. Let's see, can I jump in? I mean, I can try, but it's gonna be super hard for me to get inside and outside. But even here I got some cup holders so I can use my drinks while I'm sitting on the back. But look how nice this car made. The leather condition, it's great, and all those blue stitches with blue seat belts just looks insane. And to be honest with you, I'm wondering right now why they stopped production of this beautiful car. Like, really, why? I don't think they've been making money. They've been just spending money and maybe use this car as a kind of adventure for the new technology, for whatever coming new on the market, what we got right now. But I think they've been spending more than they've been getting from this car. And I just checked, the engine for this car still goes about 12,000 used one, and it's not easy to find it. So okay, let's go step by step. Let's open the trunk area and see what we got here. What we got in the trunk? A little bit space to put some stuff, maybe some grocery. We got charger sitting right here, and that's it. So basically the engine sitting right there, somewhere right there. You cannot even reach the engine. But why do you have to do that? You're not gonna do any kind of maintenance on this car yourself. I'm pretty sure about it. But what I was gonna show it to you, give me a second. Let's close this. What's going on under the hood and how you can open it. Can you actually open the front hood on this BMW? Yes, you can, but it's kind of tricky, so it's not easy. What you have to do on the side, there is two hinges, right? So there is one hook, I mean not hinges, so there is one hook on this side. It's gonna unclick passenger side, and there is one more hook on the driver's side, and I'm gonna show you what's going on right there. So that's actually the way it's supposed to be. There is like a cover. You open the cover, you find in that hook, you have to pull it, and as soon as you pull it, you're gonna unlock the second part of the hood. Right, have to put it back, and this cover also. So if you open this cover, you're actually gonna find for the electrical charging door opener. So we open this side, and let's open the hood, see what's going on there. So right now you can see the hood is up. All you can do is lift it up like that. That's it. So what do we got here? The brake fluid, the coolant, AC charge, we got the battery sitting on the side, and coolant on that side. That's all we got, nothing to do here. Radiator and the fan. And one of the most common problem with this BMW nowadays, that's AC compressor, and actually on this car we replace it. So the AC compressor itself, it was really hard to find, and we found the used one. It was cost $850 for the used AC compressor, and about $500 for the labor to replace it and recharge it. Right now it's all working good, and honestly I have no idea why this car AC went down for only 36,000 miles. So those doors never gonna get old. Look how cool they are. I just like it. Maybe it's like a McLaren, or maybe it's like something else, but it's a BMW i8. I mean, you probably see the same on the road. You might gonna say it's not the supercar, but it is actually supercar. It is a hypercar BMW hybrid. That's insane, and I like it so much. The only problem, I cannot drive it every day, because for me it's not comfortable. But to have this car like couple times in a week, that's more than enough. That's why I think this car kept 36,000 miles, just because the previous owner been having like several cars, and this one he used it maybe once or twice a week, and it's good. I mean, the car is really good. I like it. And one of the most common problem on the BMW i3 and i8, so far I know, that's a clear on the roof. Since it's a carbon fiber, this clear peeling off and it damaging the roof so bad. But since this car been kept, looks like in the garage or covered, it doesn't have that problem. So when the clear is starting peeling off a little bit, you just have to pay attention and maybe take it to the shop to re-clear it. Other than that, there is no rust. You cannot get rust on this carbon fiber body. It's kind of hard to damage it. Even if you're gonna smash it to the curb, the bumper is gonna hold. And I think it's been probably smashed a couple times. But again, the tires, I would say, need a little bit bigger. Look at the size we have right now. So on the back we got 215, 45, 20, which is not enough. And on the back we got 245, 40 R20. If it would be a little bit wider on the front, the car would stay on the freeway much better. It will hold the road much better. But this one just a little bit smaller, a little bit tiny for this hypercar. What about the interior itself? The shifter itself looks good. I mean, it's a BMW style. There is nothing to do here. This one pretty much easy to use, and it's understandable because it's the same as the other BMW climate control. It's easy to read, it's easy to use. Only problem, what I can see right now, the paint is peeling off. I mean, for such expensive car, 140,000 when it was new, why they wouldn't change the climate control? Just a little bit better quality would help a lot. That's the BMW i8. It is a hybrid, luxury hyper hybrid. I think it was totally blown-minded back in 2015 when the car was brand new. So it's a base model, 135,000 and some change used to be MSRP for this car. Right now you can buy it between, I don't know, so this car going for 60,000 for sale. So you might gonna find it between 45 and 70, depends on the mileage and the condition. This unit, we got 36,000 miles. It's in a really great shape. And I was just checking how many cars total been sold in the United States. So since the car got off on the market in 2014, up to 2019 when the car was discontinued, in the United States was sold 6,776 cars, meaning this one kind of exotic right now. So we are in 2024 driving 2015 i8 in a great shape, great color, and it's nice. So it's kind of rare. I mean, можно отрезать чуть-чуть тут. So it's kind of rare. It's kind of hard to find, I would say. So even in LA, back in the days, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was almost everywhere. Even we used to have one new for sale, and after it was damaged, the engine got damaged during the rental, and it was really hard to find the engine because the engine itself from the dealer, it was pricey. It was about 30,000, and the used one, everybody been asking about 15,000 or 20,000, something like that. I'm not remember what we did at that car. I think we dumped it at the salvage auction or something like this because it was highly costly to replace that engine on this car. So what it's like to have this car in 2024 for 50,000-60,000? Is it still hyper? Is it still like cool to drive and brings a lot of attention to you as a driver? Yes, it does. What I like about this BMW, I'm not a big fan of BMW, but this car, it is a unique. There is nothing like that been made by BMW before and after. Right now, that it's only like concept cars, but it's a 4 seats, so I can put my kids on the back. Actually, I'm gonna go pick up one kid right now, and it's plenty of space for me as a driver. It's a plenty of space for the passenger. The whole interface in the car, it's super understandable. It's easy to use. The climate control navigation system, the steering control, and all kind of buttons, whatever added to this car. It's easy to reach and it's easy to use. So I got plug-in. I have 15 miles battery range. Sometimes that's what I know from the customers. That's what I know from the owners. I don't know if I'm wrong or right. You can get up to 22 miles on the battery only. So I think so that's the same as a Tesla or same as any other car like Volvo plug-in I had or BMW. The more you're driving, the battery itself just kind of unlocking capacity or something and giving you a little bit more range. Anyway, 15 miles range on the battery only, that's cool. The full tank premium gasoline, it's gonna cost you $40 right now because the gas we have $5.50 per gallon. $5.50 per gallon. So if you live in somewhere in the mid states and your gas price about, I don't know, $3.5 or $4, so you're probably gonna put $28 for the full tank. That's not bad at all. I would say it's a super economy sport hypercar. Okay, so let's see how easy or not easy I'm gonna get inside this car. So I'm gonna put my right foot right there, hold the steering wheel, and put my butt inside the car. So now we can start it. We can turn on AC all the way up because it's too damn hot outside. So I need to be cold inside. Luckily, I got a new AC compressor, new used, and AC is working really good right now. So even though I have the battery charge level 0, it's running on the battery right now. So still it has some capacity to run the AC and whatever stuff I have to do, I have to run inside the car without turning engine on. So it's saving me some gas. It's not the Prius, obviously. It's not gonna save me a lot of money for the gas, but still, you driving that kind of car, so it's supposed to be like V8 or something like twin turbo, 5 turbos, you know, the one is 5 mpg. That's how I usually thinking about muscle cars or some sport hypercars, but not in this time. So BMW i8, it's a really cool car. Environment, it's saving, it's a green almost Tesla. If you're not going to use your engine at all, you're just going to drive it on the battery, 15 miles, 10 miles to work, 10 miles back, charge it without using the engine itself, you can do that. And actually, the really interesting part, when I used to have one BMW i3, I actually got it by mistake. I bought it from the auction, and the car was run and drive, right? So when the car came, the battery level charge was like 2 miles range. I'm like, okay, it's extended range, it has an engine. So right now the battery is supposed to go to 0 and the engine is gonna start running. So I drove that car to 0 and I got the message on the screen like the engine not gonna run, stop the car immediately. So basically what's happened on that BMW i3, the engine was frozen, so the engine got bad, and just because of the battery charge, the car been running. But as soon as the battery going to 0, the car itself was telling you stop because the engine is not working. So what's the point of that? I have no idea about BMW i8. Honestly, I do not. So I never had experience when I have a full battery charge and the engine is dead. Can it be on a BMW i8 or not? I have no idea. If it's happened with me on the i3, it might gonna happen on the i8. I hope not, because the engine is too expensive. But right now it's running good. There is no check engine light. It passed the smoke check, and I hope the guy who did the AC compressor, he done the oil change on that. And basically right now the car needs nothing. 36,000 miles. It's in a great shape. We're gonna drive it around right now and enjoy the weather in Los Angeles in June 24th. So this car gonna give you 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds if you're using launch control. If you're not using that, it's gonna give you 0 to 60 in 4.6. On the top of that, the full tank on this car gonna allow you to drive around 315 miles. That's again big question. That's what book's saying. BMW been representing that, and MPG is supposed to be 29 MPG. Again, it's a big question for me. Maybe I'm always driving like crazy, or I don't understand how to drive the cars. But right now this car shows me 13.7 MPG. So I'm not sure how I need to drive this car to get 29 MPG. Maybe it's super easy, super not pushing the gas pedal. But again, I mean, it's just probably just because I start driving it, so it's been start and stop. But if I'm gonna drive it a little bit, I might gonna get about 20, 22, 23 MPG. If I really wanna go like fully eco mode and get to 29 MPG, I'm supposed to put Eco Pro and drive it with almost no AC. I might gonna get to that closer to 29 and 315 range on a full tank. But again, it's a big question. I'm not sure if you guys try it. And the second question, I'm not sure. Actually, I'm really sure nobody cares about MPG and nobody cares about range. So I'm saying, I believe the people who's driving this kind of car, they don't care about MPG and they don't care about range on a full tank. They just care about the time, how many times they have to stop at the gas station during their trip. That's it. It's a nice car, it's super fast, it looks cool, it brings a lot of attention. It's 50-60,000, so basically 50-60,000, what you can buy? You can buy maybe a Maserati, or I don't know, McLaren. You cannot buy maybe like Jaguar, maybe older Aston Martin, something not fuel efficient, something gonna give you a lot of headache, a lot of like coolant oil leak. I mean, what can you compare to BMW i8 to be that nice, to be that cool, and to be that price range, 50-60,000? I don't think there is so many cars to compare with that. I cannot. There is nothing I can compare with like technology. We're not talking about like the Fisker Karma or Audi e-tron or any Tesla. It's out of these leagues, out. So what I'm really missing in this BMW, that's a cooled seats. It has an option as a heated seats because it's a base model, but not cooled. And it's kind of hot to be inside. They are not tinted windows. I like it because not only me, the people around, the people who's driving next to me, or when the car is parked somewhere, they can enjoy interior of this car. They can enjoy those blue stitches and blue seat belts. It just looks so cool. Because right now most of the cars, they kind of same. There's the same black or white leather and not so many points inside the car. You can say, oh, it's such a different, nice built unit. But this car, this BMW does it. So we're gonna take it on the freeway right now. Even the tires, they're not that wide. I would say I would go a little bit wider. So this car gonna have more stability on the freeway. Again, we are in Los Angeles. It's not Germany. It is Los Angeles. So all the freeways, they kind of bumpy and the car is jumping. So I'm going between 65, 75. It could be much better than that BMW, that's for sure. I mean, I know they don't care, but it's still nice to drive it. I have full control just because the car is so light and it balanced so well. I'm controlling this car at any speed with no problem at all. But the tires, I would put a little bit wider. That's probably gonna give me more grip and I can feel myself more comfortable when I'm going on a high speed on this car, if I want to. So guys, in general, it is a beautiful car. It's a nice BMW. I mean, in my opinion, BMW didn't do any cars like that before, and they might not gonna do it later on. I don't know why. Maybe it was the era, new generation of the BMW, the one they abandoned and don't want to produce it. But it's super nice. It looks great. And I think after 5-7 years of owning this car, it's still gonna worth money because it's unique. And the more cars gonna get an accident, the more value it's gonna bring to this unit because it's 2015, 36,000 miles, as I said before, and it's in really great shape. So as long as the new owner gonna keep this car well maintained and clean outside, you know, cover it and all that kind of stuff. So just do the regular maintenance and maybe pay more attention for this car to protect it. It's gonna appreciate the value so much.